a mate of mine said, oh, we should go down and go to the elephant rally in Germany, in the Bavarian forest. And I said, oh yeah, that'd be a great idea. And then he wussed out of it because it was cold and he had to get a week off work. So I went anyway. Got a hotel in Frankfurt for the night. Wussed out of camping. My boots got soaked, so I wanted to find somewhere to dry them out. I've managed about 650 miles today. Got another 250 tomorrow, so a pretty easy day. Made a quick pit stop at Louis Moto. Acquire some of these mitten looking things, because my other gloves were still wet inside this morning. Just tried to set off, and the bastard key won't work. Pulled the cover off. Found if you short those two together, it all comes on. So I think I'm just going to hotwire my own bike. The elephant trip, brought to you by beer. Hello, I'm in Austria somewhere. We're heading sort of over the mountains and south, and I'm going to try and get somewhere a bit warmer down near the coast somewhere. Above freezing would be lovely, but we'll see what we manage. Good morning from Croatia, right by the coast, a lovely beautiful beach. Oh no, sorry, it's a dog. Anyway, bit of a security issue with my bike, which is that the key has rusted into the lock. So what I did last night was I hid the whole lock, pulled the spark plug caps off, took the fuel tap off, which you're supposed to do anyway, but nobody ever does. Beautiful day, I'm going to drive down the coast. Currently in Croatia, found this nice little beach. I've just been stopped by the police and told off for driving in the wind. We've made it off the beach. Onward. Stuck at the bottom of a hill, that hill. I've come down that side, which was easy enough. I tried to go up this side, which is rougher. It's quite a lot rougher. I can't be arsed doing it again, so that's that. Well, we've come up the hill a bit and it's suddenly got snow by the side of the road, little icy patches around, and we're into forestry and logging trucks going past and all sorts. Complete change of scenery compared to 15 minutes ago where it was all rocky beaches and sunshine. Bit of an issue with my BMW. Stuttering on one cylinder, quite sure what's going on. Bike's fucking running like a bag of shit. Pitter-pattering like one cylinder's not running right, so I've been around and checked. Various bits and pieces. Ah, fuck me! Fucking Jesus Christ, I found the problem. It's getting good now. Everybody's definitely helping this job. My hands are so fucking cold though. Done some repairs. We've used some JB weld and a bit of tape to hopefully re-insulate the steel lead from the right-hand cylinder because it zapped the shit out of me. But yeah, we're going to go to a waterfall next, hopefully. Get out of this bus stop. And then we're going to find somewhere warmer to camp tonight because it's fucking freezing up here. My hands are cold. And BMW's running excellently now, which is good news. Definitely not a footpath on this government. I don't actually know if Bosnia's in the EU or not. But the petrol station I need to go to is the other side of the border, so we'll have to find out. I've made it to Bosnia and I've gone up to these giant rock things, which is quite cool. It's quite cold. I'll find somewhere to camp, which is annoying. I wanted to camp in the warm. I fucked up. But oh well. Bosnia's not in the EU, so I did have to have my passport stamped. But I made it through. They had no problem. They didn't even make me take my motorbike helmet off, so security. There's sort of no point setting up camp until I'm ready to go to sleep because I've got nothing else to do. Seeing as this trip's gathering a bit of momentum, I thought I'd explain what the fuck's going on. It's quite simple really. A mate of mine said, oh, we should go down and go to the elephant rally in Germany, in the Bavarian forest. And I said, oh yeah, that'd be a great idea. And then he was out of it because it was cold and he had to get a week off work. So I went anyway, went on my own, went on the mighty BMW and quite enjoyed it, had a good laugh. And I thought, well, I haven't really got to go home, have I? Don't need to be back at home. So I'm carrying on south, looking for somewhere a bit warmer. So far we've gone through Austria, which was cold, into Croatia, some of which was quite warm, and we're now in Bosnia, which is cold again, so we fucked up. Yeah, I think I'm going to head that way somewhere. See ya. There it is, I've set up camp for the night. Got my tent, got my bike, hidden in a corner. Out if anyone's way. Suppose we'll have an early night. I'm gonna eat some crisps first, some crunch chips, red chili flavour. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Well, I'm gonna go for a walk while I eat my chips. Good morning from my tent. I'm somewhere in Bosnia this morning. Yeah, not a bad spot. Not a bad spot. I'm in the corner of a car park, but it's off season, so everything's closed anyway. Right, there we are, ready to set off. Just a bit further along the track from where I camped. Shit. Oh, fuck's sake. So we've driven up the road for a second and managed to get out of that farmer's field. And the damage is fairly minimal considering. The handlebars I think are very slightly bent, that's not major. Some dirt in that, that's bent. I'll bend that back, that's easy. This side's obviously fine because that side was in the air. This side has seen some damage. Fuel tank's okay, remarkably. This cylinder's full of grass. That exhaust is a bit bent and it's got a big flat spot up there. So there you go, BMW build quality. The Santa stands are shit, but at least their bikes are pretty tough. we're in Bosnia somewhere. We're in a castle. It's quite a nice castle. I think this evening's plan is to head down to Montenegro, find somewhere to camp down there. Hopefully find my head torch. I'm hoping I've left it in my tent, because if not, I've lost it, and that would be really annoying. Left Bosnia, and this is the border between Montenegro and Bosnia, so we're sort of in nowhere at the moment. I've run into a bit of a snag. When I set off on this trip, I was going to Germany. I didn't bother bringing any paperwork for my bike. Came into Bosnia, they said, oh, you should probably have some papers. Stamped my passport, and on I went. Montenegro. Got to that border, and a very grumpy man said, no, not in my country, sir. Turn around. So I've turned around. I can't really go any further south because I'll have the same problem in Greece. I'll have the same problem in Serbia if I try and go around that way. Basically, I'm an idiot and I should have brought my paperwork. But I think what I'm going to do is sit here and read a book for a little longer. And then I'm going to go back to Croatia, go to Dubrovnik, go up the coast for a bit, swim in the sea. But yeah, the really important thing is I've got to get back into Croatia, because if I can't get back into the EU, if they want my paperwork to let me into the Schengen zone, then I'm really fucked. Fantastic little spot in the middle of nowhere. The plan today was to go to Italy and do quite a lot of miles on the motorway. The motorbike has other plans. So that is one of the weirdest things I've seen, which is that running the bike will stop the oil because there is a hole in the sump, but there's enough vacuum pressure when the engine's running that it keeps the oil in. I found that in a bin, so I've got a drain pan. Over there in the oils thing, they've got new oil for it. So it's time for an oil change, I think, on the BMW. Right, first problem is the sump takes an Allen key that I didn't have, so I borrowed some of them off the petrol station. My sump is tighter than his Allen key is rated to. Yes, plan B. Now no longer leaking oil, so we're below the oil level. I've dipped this rag in some petrol out of the fuel tank. Cleaned it all up a bit. A bit of a gash in the sump. It's not pretty. With any luck, that should seal up. Bloody electric cars having to sit around charging for hours. How could you put up with that, eh? Oh no, don't look at that, don't look at that. Yeah, bloody things. Ugh. You can really see just how badly fucked that exhaust pipe is from down here. Right, she's back up right. We've lost a bit of petrol. Yeah, 120 miles down since our last stop for some bodgery, and no oil leak this time, so that's a good success. Just packing up camp on this fine morning. Been in a field. Bike's in pieces again. Not charging for some reason. So we've had the dashboard off, checked the bulb, and the bulb's absolutely fine. So it's not that bit. So I think the next thing to do is pull this front cover off the engine and see what the fuck's going on in there. So the battery's just gently going flat as I'm driving along. So I'm going to try and ask the Fiat Panda owner nicely when he appears if he can charge it up for me. Been having a few more problems. So charging system on the BMW, not happy. We lost the little charge light somewhere in Slovenia, and since then it's not been charging the battery up at all. So I've managed to get to Milan by just running it with no lights on, but the battery of course has gone flat. So today I've run around Milan. Of course it's the weekend, so everything's closed, and I've managed to buy a battery charger. So the battery off the bike is now on charge in my room in that hostel up there. And I've done some very dodgy maths. And theoretically, I can go through Nice, through Monaco, tomorrow to get out of Italy without going over the Alps, stop and recharge it once more somewhere in central France, and then it should get me home, in theory. And if it doesn't, I'm fucked. But hey, that's life. Yeah, just charging up the battery for my motorbike in a hostel room, because that's not dodgy as fuck. It's all going excellently. I've got waffles. I'm gonna have to bump start it, but other than that, it's not actually using very much power. So we found somewhere to camp for the night. Another nice little end of the plantation where hopefully nobody will notice me. Wasn't expecting to see these as I was cruising through France. A row of fairly tidy defenders. So I'm currently charging my motorbike up off of this plug socket I found in the corner. We're at 11 and a bit. So I've pitched up in a petrol station. My bike's still on charge over there. I'm hoping nobody notices it. There's the entrance. There's my bike. Stealthily hidden. Nobody will ever see. Right. Says my battery's full. It's almost daylight. Try and make our way. We've made it to the channel. We've still got 12 volts or so left. So hopefully I can bump start it along the train, and then we're golden. We'll just ride straight home. Drop some fuel in, but that's about it. Other than that, I think everything's cold. Other than that, it's easy really. The rear tyres are back bottled. I hope nobody notices that.